Hi, my name's Jamin Goecker. I'm a realtor in South Central Alaska, and my mission is to help people to build intentional and significant legacies for themselves and their families by coaching them in real estate. Now, a big part of that is making sure people are updated and know what's going on in the local real estate market. So, this is going to be your monthly update for what is going on in Anchorage. Before we get started, make sure that you do like this video, make sure that you subscribe, and if you have a question about a specific area or a specific data point you want to talk about more, by all means, go ahead and comment down below and be happy to answer your questions as best as I can. Now, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into it. The first thing that we need to look at is going to be the number of total active listings that are on in the Anchorage market compared to this time last year, from about the end of July up to the current time at the end of August compared to the same time last year. This time last year we had 1,335 homes that were on the market. This year we've got 1,063 homes are on the market. That's a 20% decrease in the number of active listings that we have on the market. And I'll jump into some other factors here in just a little bit that's going to kind of shine some more light on that. But overall, inventory is still going to be down, even going into August. Now let's look at the number of new listings that are hitting the market during that time period. Last year, the number of new listings we had was 382. This year, we're seeing that we actually do have 431 homes that are coming on the market, which means we are seeing about a 12% increase over what we saw coming onto the market this time last year. So that's going to be up. That percentage is going to be up compared to what we saw even the past couple of months. I would have expected to see much more of a surge in the number of new listings than we've seen previously, but that really hasn't happened. And this is kind of the first sign I'm seeing that we're seeing a significant increase in the number of new listings coming on the market compared to the previous year. So that is some good indicators. We'll talk about more of that again in just a couple minutes. Another huge indicator we look at is the number of properties that are going under contract, because that tells us how many properties are buyers motivated enough to make an offer on. This time last year, we had 305 properties that were going under contract. This year, we have got 386 properties are going under contract. So that's about a 29% increase in the number of new properties that are on the market. That's a clear indication that demand still remains high from buyers, and a big part of that is going to be that the interest rates are low, so they want to take advantage of that, even though inventory is low at the moment, and that definitely helps sellers out. So really both sides are winning in this equation. Now, a big piece that I know people are going to really want to know about is going to be the average sold price between this time last year and the previous year. I've spoken about this in previous videos, saying I don't really like using this indicator too much, just because there's too many factors that can go into play that'll throw that number off and make it a data point that's not really usable. But here you go. About both years are about $400 and $1,000. Okay. This year it's slightly up by around $400. The previous couple months it was up a significant bit. You can go ahead and go check out those market updates we did. But by and large, what we're seeing is that it's staying pretty steady right at the moment. And then the list to sales ratio, in other words, how much you can ask for a property and how much you actually get for it, is going to be hovering right around 99%. So we're really not seeing a situation where you can just come in and offer a ridiculously low number and expect good results from it. So those are pretty healthy indicators for the market so far. I'm going to be diving into a few more points that are going to be really kind of important and kind of help us summarize all of this information in a way that's actually going to be coherent for everybody. So, but if this has been useful for you so far, make sure that you give this video a like and make sure that, of course, you subscribe. And without further ado, let's go and jump into the rest of today's video. Now keep in mind, I said that the inventory that we have available from the number of active properties is actually significantly lower than it was this time last year. And that's true. And the thing that's most important is looking at the number of properties that are currently pending. They might be active, but they're already pending, and what the difference are between those two time periods. Really, this time last year, we saw roughly about 34-37% of the properties on the market were pending. This year, even with it being lower inventory, we're seeing that actually about 57% of the properties that are on the market are pending already, which means essentially the numbers we gave before of just over 1,000 is cut that in half, and that's the number of available properties you would have if you're looking at being a buyer in the Anchorage area. So that's pretty significant. Also, what we're seeing is that the days on market are going to be down. The average days on market right now is going to be hovering right around 40 days. So that's clicking along pretty good in this market, even if we're looking at about the August timeframe. So to sum it all up, what we're seeing is inventory remains low. We are seeing the average sales price is starting to settle down just a little bit here, so not a bad thing. And we're also seeing that the number of new listings coming onto the market might start to kind of increase the inventory and kind of slowly start grinding it back into being more of a balanced market, because at this moment, still very heavily a seller's market. So that's kind of the update here. If this has been useful, you know what to do. Make sure you give this video a like. If you have any questions specifically that you just need to have answered by me, please make sure that you reach out to me through a link down in the description down below. That's to my Facebook page, and that's going to be the best way to get a hold of me. I try to keep up with all the questions that I get in the comment sections, but sometimes it's easy to let stuff fall through the cracks. So make sure you reach out to me through there, and that's going to be the best way to get a hold of me.